Welcome to the Hot Tubs.
People who I don't really truly love, I don't worry about as much.
They have places like this all over the country.
Rob and I are very much in love.
Too many emotional strings attached.
Oh my god. You're just trying to get your 15 minutes.
I like licking girls' teeth.
Oh my god.
Why did you go home?
Reality TV 101.
You kids have fun arguing semantics. I'm gonna go meet the professor regarding the alien test subject.
Welcome to Vanderpump Robs, a podcast about reality television. Of course, I'm Rob Schulte, and with me is Kate Shapiro. Hello, Kate.
Hi.
How's the dog?
Annoying. It's been raining all day, so he's been cooped inside.
Does your dog get scared of the rain?
No. He's not scared of anything, although turtles keep coming into the yard. Don't know where they're coming from. Florida, I guess. And then he gets so freaked out by the turtles, and he just sits there and he barks at them. And he's like a 65-pound pit bull. And like this tiny turtle has like driven him to madness. And so Ken has to go outside. I guess I could do this too, and then take the turtle and like put it out like far away from our yard.
Put the turtle out to pasture? Is that what has to happen? Well, look, there could be worse things in this world. Your dog could wear 5 necklaces and have a haircut that Kyle Cook had 3 years ago. That's what Luke's doing. I
guess that is what Luke's doing.
Yeah.
I feel like he's been watching a lot of clavicular, or at least maybe not clavicular, because I feel like he'd be like, no, I don't watch clavicular, but like the same genre of content.
Oh yeah.
Like the like, I'm a man and this is what men do and this is what women do. I feel like he shouldn't be watching that content. Like just watch like what the rest of us watch on TikTok, like ASMR organizing videos.
And cleaning up hooves of horses, of course.
Yes. Well, how is he not on that algorithm?
He needs to be on Hoof Talk. He needs to be on Hoof Talk immediately. And it's because then when you're on Hoof Talk, you also then get like the satirical Hoof Talks where it's someone using the audio of Nate the Hoof Guy when they're just cleaning like gum off of the bottom of their shoe or something. Those are fun. That's fun.
That's good. I've been getting a lot of ballerinas because I get the ASMR, like them breaking their point shoes. And I'm like, this is nice. Like, this is relaxing. Yeah. Like, that just dancing ballerinas. Like, we need to get the Bravo people on the right algorithm. So, like, next time we have access to their phone, we shouldn't look through it for, like, West text. We should just, like, make sure to get them on the right TikTok algorithm. That would help Amanda's mental health so much.
It really would. And also, that they did her dirty in this episode with all of her hoarding. But we'll get there. We got to talk about the Valley first, which some people I'm seeing, friends of mine are saying they loved this episode of the Valley.
Why did they love it?
I think they, it's funny seeing Brittany come out of surgery, but that's the way, like Daniel goes to the dentist was fun.
I mean,
like that's not Valley specific.
Also, she didn't say anything that good.
I know.
I was waiting for her to drop the accent.
Yes.
It would have been great.
or to be like, I still love Jax.
Where's Jax?
Yeah. And I think the idea of Michelle and Jesse maybe kind of almost signing divorce papers. But to me, the Valley's just, the juice ain't there. If we're like thankful for stuff that might kind of maybe is happening in a show, then the show ain't delivering.
No, I find the whole Danny's drinking multi-season arc storyline to be incredibly boring because Nia said it, and I know she's defending Danny, and I'm not really on her side, but they all drink too much, except for the sober ones, and they all have acted a fool, and I just don't think any of them have a leg to stand on. They're all hypocrites, and I just find it really boring.
Yeah, me too. Hey, whoa, Jenna's here. Hey, Jenna.
Hello.
Did I mix up our recordings? I think we're recording tomorrow.
Rob, I am so sorry. You're right.
It's okay. Look, hey, while you're here, while we've got you,
Yeah.
what are your thoughts on the Valley so far?
Oh God. Well, I have to get caught up with the Valley. I'm like 2 episodes behind, which I think kind of speaks to the lack of comedic relief in that show as it is right now, because that's what draws me to most Bravo shows is the comedy of it all.
Yes.
And it's not that funny this year. I did see a preview of Brittany kind of going country ham, so I'm hoping that plays out.
Well, Jenna, I'm not sure if you've met Kate. Kate, Jenna.
I haven't, Kate. And Kate, I apologize for just busting right in on
I
your...
thought it was like going to be a hacker, like someone that's like come in and like really crashing the stream and just says a bunch of crazy stuff and then logs off.
We'll have to pay you like 10 Bitcoin to get all of our information back.
Exactly.
Well, listeners, Jenna's going to be on an upcoming bonus episode to talk about the season finale of Southern Hospitality, which I'll save the reason of why that's going to be funny over there. But Jenna, while you're here, why don't you let people know where they can find you?
Yes, of course. I'm on TikTok and Instagram. On TikTok, I am Dee My Dough. And on Instagram, I am Dee My Doty, as in Kristen Doty.
And you're finally back. They let you out of TikTok jail, which is
They
wonderful.
did. I'll tell you the story about it tomorrow, but I did get it back, and it was not because I went through the proper channels, I'll say that.
Ooh, salacious. I like this. Okay,
Yep.
Jenna, this is why this podcast stands out among the rest. You never know what's going to happen when we record. So,
all right, well, I will come back at my allotted time.
okay, I'll talk to you soon. Thank you.
All right, bye, guys.
Bye. Back on the Valley train. At the end of the day, I think the best part of this episode was Jasmine calling out, "Why are we all listening to Lala? She's been on 5 episodes of the show in our 3rd season."
Yeah. I mean, I think the climax, and this should be the climax of the storyline because I'm fucking done with it, with Kristen and Jasmine being too drunk to explain why they're defending or not defending Danny for being too drunk and been misbehaving. And I'm like, no, I don't care. And I just don't care at the end of the day. No. Nia will not listen to you. She doesn't like any of you. All this has shown me, and I think that's why it's bad, is that Nia and Danny hate everyone on the show and that they're not really friends. So, and maybe the person who just dropped in is right. Like, it needs to be funnier or it needs to be more serious. But you can't have it my problem is when they try to do both at the same time. Like, we'll get like a really depressing, like Michelle being like, oh, we took out like a COVID loan. And then like, I think Jesse used it all to like pay for wine and shoes, which is a crime, like a literal like crime that he could go to jail for. Maybe she said that so he would go to jail. Like, and then we'll go straight to like, what is Brittany going to say after getting out of her mommy makeover? And it's so jarring. It just doesn't work. Like, pick a lane.
It can't be this. And you're right. You have to pick a lane, but that is, which I guess we'll talk more about on Southern Hospitality, but I feel like they just do it right. And it's because it's a group of people who have grown up with social media. And I think there's something about that level of, I think some of them are like the youngest tier millennials and most of them are Gen Z, but you really have to like know what you're doing. And I think everyone on the Valley are of a mind where they're smarter than production or the editors because they've done it before and they've been around it. And I just don't think they are. I don't think you can manipulate your own edit that way.
Yeah, and I think the Valley, they are trying to make it too serious. Lala is like, I'm triggered because of my history of abuse. And it's like, they should have learned from last season when the entire response was like, the Jax Brittany stuff is making us all sad. Like, we
Yeah.
don't want to watch it. Because, like, the Summer House drama with Amanda and Sierra and Wes is fun because it's really low stakes. It's juicy, and it's, like, fun to follow the timeline and stuff. But it's not really, like, there's no one's kid is involved. No one has autism. No one's breaking the law. No one is, like, committing a crime. It's just, like, fun, juicy drama. And what the Valley, I think, has gotten right is when it's, like, Lacey talking shit and Janet talking shit, and like that kind of stuff is just like fun drama that's like addicting and like, you know, trash without me like worrying about anyone's well-being. Like, they need to stop making it so soap opera-y.
Well, and like leaning into that, like you said, like trying to be like, look how serious and how what it is look how important my life is. My life is so important that it needs to be the main storyline of your life too. And the only person who has a modicum of any point to really make this episode is Jasmine, who is saying what we talked about before. Why are you all listening to Lala? When I made the same complaint last year, and when she says, you know, she's fighting like a three-front war of being a woman who's gay and black, and she's like, yeah, I do think that people just listen to Lala because she's white. That thought comes into my head, and I think that makes sense. And it's even more interesting that when she's at brunch with Kristen goes, like, admits to saying, well, it was more important to me to take Janet down, and then say, oh, because I was taking Janet down, I was defending you, but realistically, I just wanted to take Janet down. That was just a side effect that I could say I was also defending you, Jasmine.
Kristen needs to grow up from taking people down. She's a 40-year-old woman with a child. And this is how she got fucking canceled the first time, is she was so focused on taking someone down. Like, and for
she was blind
Whitney's sake,
to anything else
that she like did
happened.
the most racist thing you could possibly do. She swatted someone because she just needed to take them down for social reasons.
Wild. Well, did you watch the Summer House reunion?
Yeah, on your
course
thing.
you did.
With you.
Yeah, we did it in our watch party in the Discord. Folks, there's going to be another watch party. Now I'm doing
That was fun. I had a good time.
Yeah. And I like that we're doing, you know, everyone can have their watch parties day of, go out to their bars and have fun with people in real life, but we're doing them the next day so we can watch them with all of the bad words on the uncensored versions. So, folks, if you'd like to join the Vanderpump Robs Discord, let us know. I'll have the links on social. And if you support the podcast at vanderpumprobs.com, you get extra Discord features. But yeah, the reunion was... Well, it's exactly what a first part of a 3-part reunion is. Talk about the things everyone wants to talk about. In the middle, talk about the stuff that we can really skate over pretty fast, and then leave on a cliffhanger at the end.
Yeah, I think they've learned from Scandival. Like, that was
you can't just have someone screaming.
Yeah. And that's, I mean, I know that it's bullshit, and I know that they're liars and pathological liars, but I want to hear West and Amanda's, like, excuses. Like, I want to hear what they have to say for themselves. Like, it's nice to hear, like, Sierra's clapbacks. And, like, she's a few times really annihilated Amanda in a good way. But I'm not here just for the annihilations. But I think I might be in the minority. I think most people do want to see bad person being, like, told off. As opposed to, I want to know the bad people's reasoning. Because I want to dig into that. So I can make fun of them with you and with other people.
Yeah. That's what we were also in the chat. We were like, please, for the love of God, just say, I don't care. I did it anyway. Like, I knew you'd get mad, but I wanted this.
That's Amanda. They don't care. That's, I think, what I learned is that they just don't care about Sierra's feelings. They don't care about Kyle's feelings. They don't think they did anything wrong, which is great. Like, just say it out loud. Like, don't even pretend to apologize. Because, like, they can't even pretend. They, like... They're just first off, benzoed out. Like, holy shit, they could barely move their, like, mouths. They could barely move. And people are like, West isn't standing up for Amanda. No, I just don't think he could like compute anything that was going on.
I think West is the type of guy who at least can acknowledge that no matter what he does, he's not going to win. So this is just a shooting range. So if I don't talk at all, I at least only get people yelling at me until they run out of steam. If I talk, I put more gas in their tank.
Yeah, I think that may be everyone talks about how he's a mastermind, but that's his smartest thing, is that he knows when to shut up. And
yeah,
I don't even think Amanda's mad at him for not standing up. That's the thing. They're like, Amanda should be so upset.
It's not like they didn't have a conversation leading up to this, knowing that, look, there's no way we're coming out of this on top. So
I think so, too. And I love that there was this image that was going around like Twitter and everything of Amanda, and it's when like Sierra is saying, oh, I hooked up with West at this time during the fall, and people are like, look at her face, she can barely hear it. She's like closing her eyes, like she's about to cry because she realizes that West was cheating on her when she was cheating on Kyle or something. And I was like, no, she's on Xanax and literally can't open her eyes all the way. She just looks like blasted.
Well, and I think all of these discussions about like, well, West was actually, cheating on you too, Amanda doesn't care. Like the very beginning, we got the like, well, West was in a relationship, and he was like, yes, I was seeing someone, and Amanda was like, yeah, and he told me. And then everyone's like, oh, okay, well, I guess that doesn't matter then. Amanda doesn't care about who they might have been hooking up with before they were, quote, official. But that's not a problem. Like, that's not anything she cares about. Now, we don't even know if they're, like, officially together. People are saying because, like, they actually had sex that then they're together. It's like, no, they might just be hooking up and knowing that they're everyone's favorite enemy right now. And so that makes it hotter. And that's why they're just continuing to do their thing.
And if we learned anything from Mia from Southern Hospitality this week, it's that West is really good at having sex.
Yeah.
Which makes everything make sense. Like, oh, that's why Amanda did this, and that's why Sierra's going crazy. And
oh, yeah. It's just so funny to me that, and our friend Josh Laura pointed it out. He said, like, any date they give, like, we didn't sleep with each other until January, whatever, or whatever date it was, it's all alleged, right? It's all to build this story that reduces the attacks on them, but it doesn't matter. And that's the problem with a lot of Bravo reunions in general, is that people get so tied up on the semantics and the like, we got to pinpoint exactly when this happened or exactly when that happened, that we lose the forest for the trees. And if we could just get down to the roots of like, Amanda, you pissed me off because you're dating someone I used to date. And if it's just that, and it's weird, and I don't understand why you're being weird, and if she could just respond to, yeah, I'm being weird, and however she wants to respond without excuses and semantics, it might actually be a more fun argument to listen to.
Yeah, I think Mia, on the same thought, had really thought she was cooking when she was like, you went from being someone's wife to someone's side chick. And Amanda didn't really react. And they're like, I can't believe you're not reacting. He must have you completely manipulated. And I was like, she doesn't care. She wants to be the side chick. She didn't like being married. She just wants to have fun. Like, she doesn't care.
Fell in love with Kyle because she wanted to party with him.
Yeah.
And
then partying with him got annoying. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Kyle, watching In the City this week and this reunion, I was like, he must be exhausting to be like your husband. Like, he looks like he needs constant attention. Like, I think not only does he go out all the time, but when he comes back, he wakes her up and is like, you want to talk? Like, I'm still like up on Adderall. Like,
yep. Yep.
Can we just talk and hang out? Like, I want to tell you all that happened. And then when she doesn't want to do that, he's like, we're not connecting. We're not having sex. It's exhausting. Like, I just want to get blackout drunk with West at 4:00 in the afternoon and have the best sex of my life, apparently. And that's what anyone would want to do after
drugs.
I know. Like, I think West is my Bravo hall pass because I feel like a West hookup would be like going to an NYU bar at like 2 p.m. on a Thursday, like getting hammered, buying a ton of Coke, staying up for like 24 hours, like having a lot of sex, like watching Happy Gilmore or something late at night. Like it just
Wedding
like
crashers.
He's like, let's go to a warehouse party. Let's do that. Like, it would be so much fun. Like, just for one, that's why hall pass, just once. Like,
yes.
And then I'd be done with it. But like, all sounds great. All sounds fun. It's exactly what I would want after a 10-year marriage that like took away my whole 20s and 30s. I don't know.
Well, I think the final thought of this reunion is people are learning a new therapy word, and that's breadcrumbing. It's the new zeitgeisty word. We're breadcrumbing, Kate.
I mean, do people breadcrumb in anything other than on television? Like, do people in real life breadcrumb?
I guarantee you we're going to get a lot of long X threads about someone's breadcrumbing experience.
Well, what's an example of breadcrumbing? How, like?
Well, I don't know if you've read Hansel
Can you use it in a
Gretel.
sentence? Yeah.
When the crush has no intentions of taking things further, but they like the attention, so they flirt here or there, send DMs and texts just to keep the person interested, knowing damn well they're staying single. Or when someone gives you tidbits or crumbs of information on something or someone to manipulate your feelings and opinions about it. It is a shady way to behave and used by the most opportunistic of individuals.
I love that people are like coming up with whole goddamn theories about someone just being drunk and like unreliable.
Did you see that? Well, I guess we're going to talk about this more on our Secret Sunday in a couple of weeks, but West is not a mastermind, and West did not see an opportunity halfway through the season with Amanda and then sidle up next to her to become a big Bravo star. No. It's not like he's going to get a bigger paycheck or a better job. Bravo is going to pay them as little as humanly possible, as long as they're getting ratings. Maybe they'll get to negotiate in 5 years.
West is good television. And I think really all of his breadcrumbing, all of his manipulation is just that he really likes attention. Like, that's at the end of the day, he just likes being the center of attention. He likes all the attention, whether it's negative or positive. He follows that that like general emotional direction of how can I get the most attention at any given moment. It's like not more complicated than that. He's not playing any other game other than like, I like having sex, doing drugs, and getting attention. And Amanda provides all of that at the same time.
It's wonderful. It's a wonderful, like, little
true
thing
love.
they've got going. Yes. Well, we're going to take a quick break and think about true love. People, please, if you're listening here and you like what we're doing, and hey, maybe even if you don't like, go to VanderpumpRobs.com and support us. It's the best way to keep the lights on at the podcast. We are very thankful for everyone who's listening. The numbers have been going up week after week, and we really appreciate that. But to keep us alive, we need you to head on over to the support system where you get a lot of extremely fun benefits. So go to VanderpumpRobs.com now. Thank you.
Jax is so threatened by Rob. Threatened by Rob.
You kids have fun arguing semantics.
All right. It's In the City, Season 1, Episode 2, Mothers and Milkmen, which aired May 26th, 2026. At Whitney's Welcome to New York party, Andrea plays matchmaker, setting Lindsay up with a hot milkman. But not that milkman. This is a different guy. Kenny finds himself at the center of the drama. And Kyle finally opens up to his mom about his marital issues. Mom, I'm having marital issues. I need a marital aid, Mom. But it's a bustling day in New York City. Beep, beep, hey, I'm walking here. And Andrea is getting Botox with Lindsay. People are riding the subway. Kyle is modeling elevated Loverboy merch. Damn.
What a day.
Yeah, I mean, we're getting our 11s checked.
You know what? I know that I don't like my 11s and I would get Botox on them, but if someone told me that I have 11s, I would get mad at them. You just don't.
Yes.
It's tactful to not comment on other people's wrinkles.
Yeah, generally not a good thing to be critical of anyone's looks at any point in time.
I agree with that. You know,
Yeah.
I know it's controversial, but maybe don't comment on other people's bodies.
Wow, Lindsay, what are you thinking? Anyway, Amanda's off camera in a Zoom call when everyone else is on camera. Okay, this is funny. She's zooming in. You know, she's doing her thing
this
here.
is great. I did do a Zoom call where I'm usually off camera. Everyone else was on camera, and I was like, no, I had to go put on real clothes. I have to be in a real position, like at a real desk.
I have a very on-camera Zoom mode because of the day job, but you know, it's not like anyone's barging in like Kyle asking me to do some work and me being like, "No, God, no, don't make me work ever, please."
What a great! I would never divorce Kyle because I feel like you could cheat on him all the time. Don't have to work. Although I'm sure he's like sitting here at these Zoom calls all the time being like, Amanda, you have something to say? And it's like, just let's not go through the drama. Let's not go through this whole song and dance. Just let me not work.
Well, as Amanda's talking about moving out again to remind us, we're getting like shots from around the house and what a fucking mess it is, which we get about 5 times this episode. And Amanda's like, Kyle, it's almost like you're excited I'm moving out. And he's like, well, wouldn't you be if you had to live in this pigsty?
Bravo people are such pigs. Almost all reality TV people are pigs. And the ones that aren't like disgusting, like hoarders, are jacks and they're sociopaths. But
Absolutely.
But like they all just have so much clothes everywhere. Like Shein fast fashion. Like someone says it in this episode, like, I never wear an outfit twice. And I'm like, I can tell from all of the just like fucking trash everywhere at all times.
Disgusting. Lindsay goes to Gavin's bar, who I'm a little so-so on Gavin. We'll talk about him. But it's the quintessential millennial branding. We can throw axes or do skee ball or vomit the word moist up on the wall, you know.
Oh, God. This
Something
bar
was
is
really popular in like 2007, I would say.
very douchey. First off, I feel like that skee ball thing didn't work. And it just had like tiki bar decor on it. And it's right next to the bar. Who wants to be ordering a fucking cocktail and then like right next to you people are throwing balls at something?
No,
Like,
this is rage room coded, and I hate it.
yeah, you put the bar in a barcade situation or any place you have games. The games in the bar are different locations. They're not in the same place.
And don't
they went
get
to
me
a lot of
started on
questionable
giant
bars.
Jenga either, Kate. Okay, I can't deal with giant Jenga.
I can't deal with small Jenga. I don't like Jenga.
Anyway, they're flirting a little bit, but they also want to talk shit on Kenny. I kind of like this because Gavin's like, yeah, he's a real fucking loser. Kenny, he doesn't know what he wants. He hates his girlfriend. Oh, yeah, he's my best friend. Totally.
Yeah, I feel like, I know you don't like this guy, but I thought that was good reality TV instincts. Like, just
Sure.
talking shit. But I wonder
let
if
me
it's a setup, if that Kenny and Gavin planned this.
Yeah, and I want to be clear about my guard against Gavin. And that's that I feel like he's trying a little bit hard because he's the single short guy. And I don't think there's a problem with being short. I think he has a problem being short and single. But he wants to look around and be like, look how successful I am. Like if any one of these ladies asked him to go on a date, he would change his entire personality for them.
I don't understand it. I don't know. Maybe I'm tall for a woman, so I don't understand. But almost every guy I've ever dated has been shorter than me, and I've never like felt like that was a problem. They never acted like freaks about anything. They never had like the Napoleon complex about anything. Like, but in every Bravo show, every single person makes sure to point out that person's short or that person's tall. It's like a romantasy subreddit. Like someone has to be 6'5" in order to be like attractive, and it's so weird to me.
And I think it's all made up in your own head. Like, I don't think, even like when ladies say they want a tall guy on these shows, I don't think they really care. I think they just want someone that they've been told that's what they want. So that's what they think they want. And they've been surrounded by that. And I think guys who are shorter think that's what people really want, but that's not the case at all.
It's like in those romantasy books, like the horny fairy books, they never describe the main character. They're like, or the romantic character. It's just like tall and dark haired, or blonde and dark. They do make it really vague on purpose so you could self-insert. So when I'm reading, I'm like, oh, I think Timothée Chalamet's the hottest guy ever. So he can just be the character in my head. And I think why Bravo relationships never work out is like, that's how these people approach their lives. They're like, I know I want to have a family and I want to have a baby and I want to get married. And I'll just find someone who may be down to do those things and like hope that it works out, or that they'll change for me, or that things will be better because I want these things and they are around for it. And then they realize that that's not real life. You have to like communicate and like each other. You have to like each other to be in a family or to do anything.
It's very true. Let's see here. So Danielle's ex is the chef for Gavin's restaurant. I think we should point that out. And then Kenny muses across town that Danielle's husband is still married and that Lindsay pregnancy trapped yet a random rich guy. And they're talking about his relationship. Like Kenny's like, you're going to talk about me when you have been going around town trying to get a rich baby daddy?
I don't know. Maybe it's because his name's Kenny, but that's a good fucking point. Like,
Yep. And then Kenny points out that, when Gavin was making fun of me for fucking around when my mom was dying, that really kind of sucked because she had stage 4 cancer and I was just clinging to anything that would make me happy. But, this is the standard Bravo. My parent is dying, so I get to act however I want to act. Pass.
I know. I mean, maybe I make fun of that too much because I have 2 living parents and I don't know.
I've got
and I feel like I would use the pass. I would use the pass.
That's the thing. You can use the pass.
Yeah, the pass is fine.
You have to be able to understand that people are watching you use the pass.
And I do think there is a time limit on the pass. I think he's still in it, but like Lala isn't anymore.
Oh, no. You only have like 10 punches on that punch card.
I think, what would you say, 2 or 3 years? And I feel like it gets shorter the older you get.
Yes. There's definitely a limit, and 3 is like, if you haven't worked through this at 3 years, there's a deeper issue going on that is not related to dead parent. Well,
good.
Lindsay
I'm glad we got that one out of the way. Now we know.
Well, Lindsay and Georgina are having a wine baby date. Lindsay's like, wine? Count me in. I love wine. Pour me a glass of wine. Georgina and Lindsay don't understand how people can be sober and be parents. Oh my God, how would you ever put up with it? I only had to do it for 9 months leading up to having the baby. So.
I know. And it just makes me think, Lindsay, are you just getting fucking wasted while your baby's not sleeping? Like,
they love the idea of just presenting as a party person forward, as if you either drink and party or you're lame. I don't think that makes any sense.
Yeah. It's okay to just be normal. It's not, the choices aren't drinking all the time or sober. But I think maybe for these people it might be. Maybe for Lindsay it is.
Yeah, well, they do have to think in like ones and zeros. There is no gray area with Lindsay Hubbard.
Yeah, that's true.
Why do we think Georgina's husband left her when she was 30 weeks pregnant?
I thought that was kind of crazy. I assumed it's for someone else.
Probably. And I think she was talking about how she had another kid as well. So, she said she might be on an episode of Snapped, and she's surprised she didn't when that happened. But that is of course, two sides to every story, but it is very odd to think like at 30 weeks, you're like, never mind.
Yeah. I mean, it seems like both the kids are young. So maybe it's like, it's hard. I've seen relationships break up because they have 3 kids under 3, like the Nia and Danny. Like that's big, it's horrible for your relationship to deal with that. But 30 weeks pregnant makes me think you would have to have a pretty compelling reason to leave, which is, that you're a shithead. You're obviously bad.
Sure.
But either you're cheating but I feel like if he did cheat, she would say it here on the thing, and she would be still mad.
Odd. Yeah. I don't know.
So maybe she's just crazy. She's a crazy pregnancy.
Oh man, I hear people get crazy when they're pregnant, Kate. That's what I'm learning on the Valley, at least. Well, I'm going to reflect on that thought and maybe learn from it while we take our next break. Folks, support us at vanderpumprobs.com. We'll see you over there.
That is so threatened by Rob. Threatened by Rob.
You kids have fun arguing semantics.
Pregnancy behind us. We're moving forward with Gavin, Andrea, Kenny, Kyle for a crazy boys' night at the Garret, which is the name of the bar above Five Guys, Gavin's bar.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It is above Five Guys. Gross. I forgot.
Anti-peanut allergy bar.
So greasy.
I hate to have a late-in-life peanut allergy discovery when I'm at Five Guys.
Does that happen?
End up with a... Well, I know Nick Weiger had a late-in-life peanut allergy. And, yeah.
That's
can't ever go to Five Guys. Yeah.
That's okay, though.
Yeah. I don't think, they're more of a legume anyway.
I feel like Steak and Shake is just the better choice if you want a burger that has red vibes.
If you want a burger that's not cooked all the way through, Steak and Shake is the way to go. Anyway, Kenny doesn't like that Gavin's been egging Lindsay on. Meanwhile, Lexi and Whitney are trying to have a scene at a sidewalk cafe to talk about Whitney and Kenny's relationship problems while the building is burning down in the background. Walk me through this, Kate.
Yeah, I guess they're getting ready for boys' night. So after the cafe burns down,
yes,
Kyle, I guess, goes to boys' night and tells the boys that Amanda's moving out. And the boys tell him how it sounds like your marriage is over. And that's the thing here is yes, the marriage is over. And I don't know. She's looking for full-on apartments, not Airbnbs or anything. Yeah. Full apartments. Yeah. Not even month to month, it seems like. But...
Well, she gives her list of things where she's like, I want to have 18 bedrooms. I want the sun to be shining on my face no matter which direction I'm facing. I need to wake up with a sunburn. I need it to be month to month. And I need it to be under $2,000 a month. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll get there when we get there, but I thought that whole apartment thing was very illuminating to how Amanda thinks and what place she's in her life, and that she's never lived alone before. But the whole purpose of boys' night was to bitch about Lindsay and for Kyle to tell the boys that they were separating, and for them to say, it sounds like you're breaking up, and
yeah,
that's fine. We'll still be your boys.
We'll still be your boys. Boys don't let boys break up alone, I think is the key there. Yeah. But then the gang pre-games for Whitney's Welcome to NY party. The NY stands for New York, of course. We all know this. And Lindsay is only interested in getting drunk and having fun after her horrible year of having a baby, which I love. So it's actually my best year and my freedom year. Yet when people ask her to do something fun, she says, I'm a mom. How could I ever do anything fun ever?
This is something that, like, I had to deal with my friends who have kids and stuff. Like, everything's the worst. They just want to go out, but they can't. Like, it has a whole montage of her friend Devon being like, you want to do all these things? And Lindsay's like, no, I'm a mom. Right after she said, why does no one invite me to go out anymore? Also, you're fucking co-parenting that baby. You don't have it every single night.
So frustrated because I know I'm in the minority here, but Danielle is so much fun. Like, we talked about it last week on the episode. She is so much fun to pit against Lindsay. And Lindsay is showing her whole ass on how she is such a high-maintenance friend that people are just like, yeah, but Danielle talked a lot of shit on her when she was pregnant and about her relationship. It's like, but she was right. Danielle was correct. Danielle, like, at that point, whether or not believe their friendship was as strong as it was, she was at least pointing out things that were going to happen. If this was anyone else, they would call her a psychic. But no, she just knew what was going on and knew Lindsay that well. And that's what's so funny about it. And I think that Danielle, she's not without her problems, don't get me wrong, but Danielle is way more fun to see on TV than Lindsay.
Yeah, I think so too.
I mean,
agree.
she's at her house and she just has clothing racks everywhere full of her clothes. And Owen's just like, do you think I could get like a drawer now that I'm living here? Do you think I could put my shoes somewhere?
She's like, no, you can't.
No.
I think they're going to be a good couple. I like them. I think she seems really happy. Like, I hate to be like too genuine about it, but they seem to like really like each other, and you know, good for Danielle. I didn't really like her in Summer House, but I'm enjoying her here, and I fucking love that she and Lindsay have the same exact haircut. Really, that's what Lindsay's so mad about. Like, you got your like late 30s mom haircut too.
I love that this party seems to be inside Grand Central Station.
It is, right? I'm not crazy. There was like luggage.
Yeah, like it's like the bar you go to when you're waiting to take the train.
Yeah, because if I was thinking about this, like, because I was like, there's no way they're actually having a Grand Central Station. But then, like, when you hear the outside, I'm like, that's a train station. And also, it's not like the neighborhood around Grand Central is called Grand Central. It's called Midtown. So, like, it was definitely there. There was some shots where there was luggage. Like, they had, like, luggage racks in the bar. And I can't believe it. The locations that they are choosing for this show is crazy.
And if it is a like Grand Central Station themed bar, that's almost worse.
It's like the airplane bar in the valley.
I love sitting in airplane seats.
Let's take everything horrible about traveling and like bring it here. Don't you love being in this loud fucking room with luggage everywhere, tired, and like everyone smells like shit? Like, let's make that a whole experience. The thing that stresses absolutely no one else out, traveling. Let's have that as a location for us to have fun at. I guess Andrea's like, look, I got this guy who slicks back his hair, wears suits, and probably needs to shave. He's perfect for Lindsay. Frank, get over here. Frank's like, I'm a milkman. Not that milkman. A new milkman in the Bravo universe. Who is that milkman?
O'Sheen from Southern Hospitality, who has an OnlyFans where he dumps milk on himself and calls himself the milkman.
That's incredible. I like that milkman better. Because this guy, he does give milk guy vibes. When he says milkman, he probably means like unpasteurized milk for Luke and clavicular and stuff, right?
Yes, he's the one who's giving you the milk at the secret drop-off in Brooklyn out of the back of a truck.
Yeah, he's the milk guy, the weird milk guy who's going to give you like a printed out page of YouTube links that like directs you to like vaccines give you autism.
Absolutely, and that is why he is perfect for Lindsay.
When he came on and he was like, this is my hot guy friend, and Lindsay meets him and she's like, oh my God, look at this guy.
It's not that he like looks bad by any means. He's a Bravo person, But compared to other men we've seen Lindsay hooking up with, like, this guy kind of seems mid.
Yes. And also, like, when Andrea, who's a very handsome man, is the one who's, like, introducing him, and then Kyle's in the room, who's, like, one of the hottest people I've seen with my eyes. Like, I just don't know how this milkman with...
Hey, maybe he's drinking too much milk. But it's surprising that at the end of the day, this is run-of-the-mill New York suit-wearing guy, and we're on Bravo next to a Kyle Cook and an Andrea and everyone else in the show. It just, something seems a bit off here. But Lindsay can't even, she's so conflicted at being around this guy she's telling us she thinks is hot as hell, but also pissed because Danielle gave her a kiss hello. A kiss hello?
That was totally normal.
I hate the kiss hello. I gotta get done with the kiss hello. That was my Seinfeld kiss hello episode impression. But yeah, totally normal, especially when you're filming a TV show and all supposed to interact at the same party together.
Yeah, I hated in the reunion where she was like, maybe you guys have this kind of romantic relationship in, like, when you're a teenager, that's when you cheat on people, but not in your 30s. And she spent this whole episode of In the City being so immature. Like,
Yep.
Parenting is hard. I just need to drink all the time, but I can't. Or saying, Danielle said hi to me at a party you were all at. I can't believe she would do that. And talking shit about people and not accepting the consequences and just being the absolute worst person and extremely immature. Like, fuck off.
Well, I mean, and Lindsay isn't the only one who does this, but Bravo celebrities are really great at creating something that serves their argument in the immediate. Like right now, I will say this because it's really good for my situation at the moment. But please forget that I said this when you see me do the exact opposite in 2 months.
Yeah. Sidebar, actually, about this, because it's kind of on theme. I saw a Reddit post that said, we should make Carl the Bachelor.
Oh, man.
And I was like, that might be great. Like, that could be really good. And they said it like, at the reunion when he said he didn't want to date Bailey because he's in his 40s and he wants to settle down. I was like, that's total bullshit. Like I said it on the stream. I was like, Carl has like the mental age of like a 22-year-old. Like he's just, and he's not ready for a relationship. That's what I learned from the whole Bailey thing. It's not that she's too immature for him. And like, if that's what would make The Bachelor so good with Carl is because he would be so completely overwhelmed that I think he would start crying.
Oh, it would be great. I mean, hell, if we don't even want to do them as the actual Bachelor, put Carl and Taylor Frankie Paul on Bachelor in Paradise. That would be insane. I would love that.
Just like Carl, who just like can barely say his emotions, talking to someone who just assaults us with it daily. Like just like all of her emotions over like a Starbucks cup, like on Instagram stories.
Hey, we should talk to our friend who knows a thing or two about Bachelor in Paradise and see if we can make this happen.
Oh, yeah, I will.
Yeah, that'd be great. Well, Kyle finally says hi to Amanda at the train station party. And she's like, what, have you been ignoring me? And he's like, well, I'm a little confused on when I'm supposed to say hi to you. Look, I don't even know if you're going to be showing up at my apartment and letting yourself in. What are we doing here? Yeah,
like, when are you going to come pick up the dogs? And then it's so funny because she's like, why did you ignore me? It was so crazy. That's like, why would you do that? Did you let the dogs out before this? And he's like, no, I didn't. She's like, what? Like, and gets really mad at him.
In your apartment?
So I got whiplash watching her just go from like, why didn't you say hi to me being needy to like being mad at him? Like to like, it was just a lot. And I hate having to say I feel for Kyle, but that was just a lot to deal with.
Well, she's obviously breadcrumbing him.
It's so sad. It's just too little too late. I think he is really trying, but he really should have been doing this 2 years ago because she's out of this situation.
Yeah. Oh,
she
totally.
does not care.
And as we'll get to later, like Kyle's mom knows it's over too. She just doesn't want to tell him.
Yeah. Someone should tell him.
I know.
Even at boys' night, they were like afraid to tell him. And I guess he has exploded 2 times on Summer House recently. Maybe he's a hard guy to talk to. It's hard because in the city he seems so like put together and it's so emotional, and he'll say some like, I don't know, insightful things occasionally, and he seems sensitive to situations. Like when Amanda tries to earlier, she was like, you know, it was actually your idea to separate. And he was like, I don't think so. Is that what you're telling yourself? Like,
Yeah. It was my idea after every single other person on Summer House told me that they suggested you leave me. Maybe that's what you mean?
I guess what I'm saying is we have to remember that Kyle, it does suck, even though he's really getting the sympathetic edit, and he's so good looking and he's so sad that you just feel for him. He's like a puppy that's been hit by a car.
But of course, Kyle did add our virtual watch party to his gigantic spreadsheet of Summer House watch parties that he posted online. So that's more than Amanda's ever done for us.
Yeah, and more than Amanda will ever do for us. And
I reached out to her team. I said I want to do an interview. We'll see if I hear back.
She has a team.
Well,
Lori K.
Yeah. Oh. What happens after this is one of my favorite parts, and that's Kyle being wasted and attempting to broker peace between Lindsay and Danielle. And he does this by telling Danielle that Lindsay is going around calling her a boy-crazy slut. He's like, now, I don't want to use the word, but apparently you're a total whore. And that's what people are saying. And Danielle's like, wait, why are you saying this to me? And Kyle's like, well, I'm just trying to make you guys friends again. She's like, what? Like, it's so hard to even like say that, but it's so funny to hear Kyle say that. And then in Danielle's confessional, she's like, look, we've all like seen this show, right? Like, I'm the boy crazy one. Look, don't get me wrong. I'll hook up with guys. Look at me on Winter House. I'll hook up all the live long day. But boy crazy, I think we know who that is.
I know. I hate, you're right. Lindsay just takes whatever is available at that moment to back up what she's saying. And it's always completely hypocritical. And she's so male-centered in everything she does.
Yep.
Even with even in the reunion with West and Amanda and Sierra, she's like, West is the manipulator here. Like, you can't see this.
You're so good.
You're so good. You made me like you. How did you do that? What 5D calculus did you use to make
West
me like you?
is sitting there with duck lips, like practically drool falling from his face. God, this mastermind.
Lindsay's an idiot, and I hate her. But don't worry, she'll get what's hers in this episode.
Well, don't worry. She confronts Kenny about him feeling like he was being grilled about his relationship with Whitney. And she's like, hey, look, I'm just asking questions. I'm just curious. I'm just wondering. I don't get mad at me. Don't shoot the messenger. I'm just asking the questions. And Kenny, like, legitimately should be calling her out for this. He's like, I know exactly what you're doing. We're on Bravo. This is maybe my first rodeo, but I have the luxury of watching you on camera for years, Lindsay.
Yeah. I love that she's like, I'm just a curious person, you know? Like, that's what you're doing, to say that you're, like, nosy and that you feel like you have license to just get into everyone's business and make judgments about their relationship that you really know nothing about. Because I don't think she knows anything about it. And I also think it's so antiquated here that this whole thing is her being like, I can't believe you got this person to marry you, or like to move to New York without putting a ring on it. Like, it's so 2007. Like, the marriage aspect is so outdated. Like, it doesn't matter. Like,
why do you
moving to New York is cool.
Shit?
If you lived in maybe Columbus, Ohio or something, like, maybe it would be more of a thing. But, like, it's a big city. Like, it's not crazy that she would move out to New York. Like, it's not like
Also,
you're moving to a place with no opportunities.
This Whitney woman is probably in New York every other month anyway for, like, SpawnCon deals. It doesn't matter. Like, this is not a thing. And even Kenny's just like, You're telling me that it's wrong for her to move out here to be in a relationship that's closer so that we could potentially build that relationship into marriage than you, who on a dime flipped and was starting a family with a guy 3 months at most after being engaged to Carl? Like, we're in the same boat here, Lindsay.
Yeah. No, I was like, holy shit, he clocked her there. Like, he's like, you're just projecting your own insecurities onto my relationship. And she is kind of has nothing to say to this. She's like, I don't understand. They're not the same. They're not the same situation. And she tries to make an argument that, like, you're judging me and I'm a woman and I'm a single mom and, like, how dare you? But she really can't put it together.
Well, and he's like, drama follows you everywhere. And he said, and she goes, well, you started the fight with me. And I think that's them trying to give us an edit of like, ooh, Lindsay dunked on him. But he's also not wrong. And I don't even like Kenny. Like,
yeah,
he's not wrong. She has created this situation, this rift between the two of them, which he actively tried to squash, but he's also very immature, so he can't not just like walk away from it, which is what he should have done. But he's like trying to be like, look, we're at this party for my girlfriend. Let's get to the bottom of this issue. And because she also doesn't want to like give a little, like, yeah, that's what happens. That's why these things fester.
Yeah. I mean, that's why her whole shtick doesn't work out. Because Lindsay's whole shtick is being judgmental and telling people how it really is. And Lala has the same shtick, and it really doesn't, like, it works sometimes when you are right, but, like, it doesn't work when you don't follow your own advice and you don't, like, you don't really have any argument or leg to stand on at all. It just doesn't. And I think she was even deer in the head. She didn't know what to do here. She didn't. And it was nice to see Lindsay kind of scramble to find an argument where she was just like, you're just judging me because I'm a single mom. And he's like, no,
what?
I'm just pointing something out.
Yeah, I love that Whitney's over in the corner being like, what's her name again? Lindsay? Oh, I don't think I've met her. Why is she trying to stand up for me? She's not my friend.
I know. That's the thing. Like, she knows nothing about these people and nothing about their circumstances or anything. So her entire argument completely falls apart.
Well, let's fall apart at this next break before we finish this episode. VanderpumpRobs.com, folks. We appreciate you listening in the free feed, but you could get so much more by joining VanderpumpRobs.com.
Josh is so threatened by Rob. Threatened by Rob.
You kids have fun arguing semantics.
All right, Amanda's looking for this apartment that we talked about earlier. So many requirements.
Yeah, she wants it to be like light and beautiful and perfect and amazing, but like she is telling Kyle at the same time that it's only going to be a month or two. And like this is where it's like, okay, it's clearly not being a month or two. But I do think we got some interesting information here. She's never lived by herself, which I guess makes sense because she must have gone straight from college to living with Kyle. I feel like that says a lot about her. She's never lived by herself and why she's so obsessed with all of this stuff. She wants to understand what living by yourself rules. It's so much fun. Like,
yes,
I can see why she likes this. She also hasn't told her parents about the separation, which I actually think is kind of crazy because she seems like someone who tells her parents everything. And also, they don't like Kyle, right? Wouldn't they be happy about this?
Yeah, they would be thrilled. They would be paying for the first 6 months of this rent if they found out.
I mean, I'm sure they are going to be.
Well, I think what's not being said here is that if she told her parents, she would also have to open up about the West stuff that's going on.
Oh, is that what they're trying to imply?
No, I think that's just what I'm digging out of this. And she doesn't want to also open up that discussion. Yeah, Mom and Dad, I left one party guy for someone who might actually even party harder than Kyle.
Are you a West truther? You think at this point that she's with West, or at least thinking about it?
I don't want to fully commit to being a truther, but I wouldn't see I could see a world where the embers are beginning to burn.
Okay. I can. Okay. I don't know if we agree yet, but I respect your opinion because.
Wow, the first time it's ever happened on the podcast.
It's the next thing we learn about her is she's never lived by herself. She hasn't told her parents, and she hates change to the point where she told a story about how she handcuffed herself to a banister so her parents wouldn't reupholster the kitchen or something like that.
They wanted. I handcuffed myself to the wrought iron bars on our stairs because they wanted to put wood ones in. First, my question, Kate. How old was she when this happened? Because
10? I got the feeling it was 10. 10?
Yeah, let's say it's 10. So you have the wherewithal to this is something I like and I don't want the change. If you're under 10, it's kind of a bratty thing. If you're over 10, it's just weird. Why do you care?
And also it's clearly a core memory in how she thinks about herself. She doesn't like change, and this is part of why.
When this obviously has something else to do with her childhood than the wrought iron, cast iron, or wood stair rail. It's something else.
You wonder if it's they didn't tell her about it beforehand or something. And it's really a communication issue which is
why does
she
this
doesn't
child
communicate
have
well.
handcuffs?
Yeah, well, I don't know. There's lots of toy handcuffs around.
Yeah, I guess so.
I can feel like she had a bunch of gadgets. She probably had a spy kit as a kid or something.
Harriet the Spy. She's right at that age. So that makes sense.
But she hates change, and this is why I'm maybe not a West truther, because I think it took all of her mental reserves to leave Kyle. I think what she's doing now is taking every single... she was pushed to the brink of for years. She's been trying to build up to this point for years. And I don't think she has the mental capacity to both leave Kyle and date Wes. So I think if she has it in her head, she's not conscious of it. That's just me. But I could see it being in her head because I think a lot of things happen to Amanda that she's not even aware of happening. And I think she does things she's not even aware of doing. Just... Life happens to Amanda. She's not a motivationally driven person.
Well, Kyle sits down and FaceTimes with his mom, which I would say this is one of the better FaceTime scenes we get because they're actually full screen and it's not a FaceTime on a phone. This is I like that. I'm sitting down to talk with a family member, not just record a scene for the show. And
I also like that it started off with your dad's getting melanoma surgery, which is such a boomer thing, because they never wore sunscreen, so they're always getting melanoma surgery.
And they're talking like total boomers, too. They're going to dig it out of him. Oh, God.
They're going to dig the cancer out. I remember when my dad first had that surgery, and he's had it, so many times, because he just never, put on sunscreen. And he always acts like he got diagnosed with cancer. Which I guess technically you have something cancerous on you, but it's not like you have stage 4 Kenny's mom cancer.
Yeah. I had one mole removed. I mean, I've had a couple moles removed.
You had cancer?
When the first time when they're explaining it to you and it's the bored nurse calling you to just be this is what we're going to do. This is what it is. And you're just it is, stage this, blah, blah. And I was holy shit, what does that mean? Why did they leave that as a voicemail? I called my mom, who's a nurse, and she was oh, yeah, that's what it means when they're just we're going to remove a mole.
You have a mole on your ass, Rob. That's all you have.
They're going to dig it out.
I'm so sorry. You should play the cancer card more often.
Oh, yeah, I should. I got the dead dad. I've got the dig it out mole.
So many cards.
Yeah, I'm a big raging alcoholic. My dead brother. What? Okay, now I'm getting depressed. Anyway.
Sorry, I shouldn't laugh. You know what? Do you want me to Venmo you $25?
Yeah, that's actually the rule now. You know what? I'll just take it off of.
It's like a cursing jar.
Robs.
Yeah.
I'll just have a tally, and it'll be when you get your payout from VanderpumpRobs.com. I'll just 5 tally.
I'm gonna owe you money at the end of it.
Yeah. Anyway, Kyle tells his mom that they're doing the separation, and he does the sort of thing where he's trying to cushion it for her, but it's really for him, where he's like, we just need to have space so that we learn to love each other again. And his mom immediately breaks down, and she's like, well, remember, that's what your dad did. And, silver lining, he found me, and we had you. And Kyle's like, oh, shit.
I thought this was crazy. I'm like, wow, Kyle's dad has an Amanda, too. Except he had two kids with that Amanda.
Yeah.
So is Kyle's two siblings? Interesting. He gives such only child vibes, even if he's had...
Maybe only child with his mom.
Well, does he have a sibling that's ever been on the show?
I don't know. I don't think so. It's not coming to my mind. Not like Schwartz's triplet brothers.
Yeah. Interesting. But yeah, he has long-lost siblings. Interesting.
Yeah.
I guess the interesting thing is his mom was like, yeah, I guess we knew you didn't like each other and that it wasn't working out, but it's still sad because you've been together for 10 years. And Kyle says that Amanda says regularly, you wasted 10 years of my life, which is like, oof. I mean,
like, it's in the heat of the moment. It's when she's the most pissed at me. So I'll give her a little break there.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like there's context there. Like, this is after she, finds a picture of him making out with a fan at 5 a.m. and a Snapchat being like, why doesn't this middle-aged guy go home to his wife? I think he's good at, looking really sympathetic and crying while not explaining the context. And Amanda won't do it because she's a terrible communicator. She'll just handcuff herself to the banister. Does feel pointless knowing that they broke up. I can see why when the first Scamanda stuff first broke, when Kyle was like, well, this ruins the whole storyline. I'm like, yeah. Because, I mean, if the West stuff hadn't have happened, I guess I could see them maybe getting back together. I don't know. It does seem I'm like, I know that they're broken up, so.
Yeah. It's very disappointing that these people who have been on TV for a decade don't know how to be better about being on TV.
I did love the fucking montage at the end of all of their TV moments, and that one of them was Kyle testing positive for COVID. So good.
You can't get married. I've got COVID.
You would.
Okay, now it's time for MVPs. Who's your MVP, Kate?
Kenny, and I hate him.
Kenny. Wow.
But I mean, I like that he clocked what Lindsay was trying to do, which was to create pointless drama by judging his relationship based on having no information. Lindsay, if you wanted to have this argument hit harder, you should have done a little bit more fact-finding about their relationship. If he's known her for a year, then I feel like that's a little normal, and it's fine for her to move out. If they had known each other for a weekend because they met on a cruise, that would be different, and you would have, but you don't know that because you didn't bother to find anything out. And then I think he had a good point of being like, well, your love life's a mess, and I don't know why you are sitting here judging mine. And he kind of renders her a little speechless, and I think she needs to be humbled.
I love to hear that. I think my MVP this week is Danielle, again, of course, because we're just getting it reinforced that we don't really know what's going on with Danielle except that she's dating this guy that she likes, and it seems genuine. She keeps asking, and he's married, of course.
And the wife doesn't like her.
I wonder why. But she does want to talk to Lindsay, and you would think that maybe it's to own up to some of the meaner things she said last time she was on Summer House. But we don't know that because Lindsay wants to just decide that and bide her time so that she can take Danielle down. But I think Danielle also knows this, which is why it's amazing that when Kyle drops the news that Lindsay's been calling her all of these nasty names, that Danielle now has an arsenal to build upon, to then bring to the discussion more than just, hey, I was talking out of both sides of my mouth, but now, so were you, Lindsay. And where does that leave us? And I think that's going to be fun to see. So Danielle is my MVP. But Kenny's good too.
I guess our MVPs are just going to be whoever's Lindsay hates. Whoever's Lindsay's antagonist is the MVP.
It's interesting how that works out for us. But, folks, it can work out really well for you if you go to vanderpumprobs.com and support this show. We would really appreciate it. We appreciate all of you listening, but it does help. We've got a couple of new Apple Podcast 5-star reviews that have rolled in. Those are also amazing. Just want to say a big thanks to everyone who's listening, because we got big announcements coming soon and we want you to be a part of it. And look for the Discord link so that you can come to the watch party next week. Actually, it would be in just a couple of days by the time this episode comes out in the public feed. Of course, if you're in the private feed, you would have heard this days ago. But with that, I will say ta-ta for now. This is another great episode, and we will see you next time on Vanderpump Robs. Goodbye.